squelch turned here. So gonna take you on a little flight here from hopefully from startup to shutdown. I just get all my avionics up here and then we'll let you know what's going on here. Okay, so it's a Murphy Rebel Viking150 powered. So Honda R18, stock around 141 horsepower, so somewhere in the high 140s coming out of Viking in Florida. Let me get this started up and we'll warm up and then we'll continue on. Both batteries on, one fuel, throttle all the way back. And about two attempts is normal. I think Jan's still tweaking the ECU, so we'll just wait for a couple more releases there. Just turning all the avionics here, a little bit of squawking going on because the alternator's on, so not on, so I'm going to turn that on, and that smartens that right up. Let me get my all my avionics on here. This is a Laville 3AW. I don't know if anybody watching knows about this, but it's pretty cool. It's so your whole adhars and everything is underneath the dash here, which means you can take it all home with you and don't have to worry about things getting stolen. Turn that a little brighter for our flight. And what do we do here? Put my AVAR up there with my map. Got something funky going on here with no gyro, so let me just see what wireless we're on. Connected to Laville, so that should work. I might want to bounce the unit once more. Well, we'll just give it a bit here. Maybe it'll come around. Let's put our altitude in. We're not connected yet, so let me just reboot the Laville here. There we go. I see power lights there now. You have to forgive me, I'm not very well prepared here. Okay, so the adhars is up. We're at 610 feet, which is about right for here. And we'll let that map kind of fill in there as we go. Alright, so water temperature hitting 100, oil temperature, so that's the gearbox temp, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, lots of oil pressure at 92. I've been starting it on one fuel pump, so I'm going to put the other fuel pump on, turn the original one off, so that way I can be convinced that both work. Flying in Canada here in Ontario, Sarnia, Ontario, just on the bottom tip of Lake Huron. And I got you in the passenger seat there, pretty much same eye level as I am, just a little bit further back, just the way the GoPro worked out with the cheater stick there. Fuel gauge here for my 2.5 gallon header tank. I don't know if you can make it out in the GoPro up here, but got lots of fuel in the right hand tank. We got next to none in the left hand here, but that's fine. Okay, let's put a little propeller in for taxiing. So I was at 15, I'm going to go to 18 degrees on the prop for taxiing. Yeah, so for you guys watching who aren't believe in putting anything but a Continental or a Lycoming or Rotax in an airplane. You probably want to switch to a different video at this point because this is just going to aggravate you. So it's fairly technical video. I'm going to rhyme off a bunch of performance stats and stuff so that when people are looking at this, they can see what kind of performance this yields on a Murphy Rebel. Again, it's the Viking150. Pretty warm day, about 84, 85 degrees outside, no wind. So it's actually a pretty good day to showcase what it can do. This in southwestern Ontario, this is about as, I guess, as bad as it's going to get. So hot, no wind. I know you guys in Florida right now and Texas are saying 80 degrees, it's not hot. Races corners, traffic, Golf Romeo, kilos, backtracking, 01, races. I don't think there's anybody flying tonight, which is unusual, unless they know something I don't. So we got 130 on the water. By the time we get to the end of the runway there, we'll be in good shape. Got one notch of flap in for takeoff. .123.0 is the local traffic frequency here. Pretty much everybody in this area will communicate on that. Don't know why my map's taking so long to fill out. Maybe no map today. It did bark there about an update, so and I said continue, so I probably am my worst enemy there. So the takeoff today is going to be probably around 5,000 RPM or so, which is still well short of full horsepower. So probably somewhere in 5,000, somewhere in the range. Don't quote me on this. Probably 120, 130 horsepower, somewhere in that range. I'm not going to wind her up yet because I'm still breaking it in. Only got 11, 12 hours on it. Okay, we got 144 in the water, so that's good. Let me just stop here and close the window. All right, I'm going to do both fuel pumps for takeoff. We'll do that in the last second there. Let's just do a controls check here. All free. One notch of flaps set. Frequency is right. We got fuel in the header tank. We got fuel in the wing. Fuel valve is open. We also got a B in here. That's unfortunate. Oh, I think I aggravated him now. Alright, he's down and out. Sorry about that. He's going to end up stinging me in the leg now, you watch. Always got to be something. Okay, we're going to let him suffer down there until I feel him crawling on my leg, I guess. Okay, let's get this turned around here. I'm going to stay with about 18 degrees on the propeller. I think we'll see somewhere in the range of 1,000 foot per minute at this pitch setting on the propeller and the RPMs that I'm going to go up to. I should mention it's a 3-blade Duke propeller, variable pitch. And with this Viking150, the variable pitch is a nice combination. It gives you we'll see when we're up there flying, it gives you a pretty good combination of RPMs and speeds. Okay, second fuel pump's on for takeoff. Races corners traffic, Golf Romeo, kilos departing, 01 races. Got 150 on the water, 117 on the gearbox. Okay, probably rotating about 150 feet here, and at that point I think we're taking our problems upstairs if anything's going on. there's 1,000 foot a minute, 900, 1,000 foot a minute. That's pretty good. 5,100 RPM. Get rid of those flaps. And again, this isn't at full horsepower. This is at a reduced power setting. So still 1,000 foot, 900 foot a minute there at 60. And I'll come back to a more reasonable 4,500. So 4,500 RPM, still seeing over 500 foot a minute, 6, 7, yeah. I don't know if you can see that or not from your camera view. Water temperature 182. And it pretty much doesn't get much higher than that. And we'll put a little more propeller in. 21 degrees on the propeller now. Right around 4,000 RPM, just under. Don't need any flaps, and we'll get her trimmed out and we'll see what she does on a hot day. Still going upstairs. And I'm going to get rid of one of those fuel pumps because we don't need that. So it's a little whoopty-dooey up here, a little bouncy, but you can see that, at 4,000 RPM without even full prop, we're only at 21 degrees. We're seeing about 90, 95 mile an hour. It's bumpy as anything. I'm going to slow her down a bit here. I guess since it's a little choppy, maybe we show off some of the slower speed stuff. That's a little better, not getting bounced around so much. So again, we're only at 21 degrees on the propeller, 3,200 RPM, 31 bouncing around there. And we're at 75 mile an hour, so my vertical speed's off by a bit, so when it shows down 50 foot per minute, it's actually level. That's kind of weird. The minute I slowed down, it smoothed right out. So straight ahead, we're looking at Lake Huron. I'm going roughly north. Over to my left is Sarnia, Ontario. Over to my right is London, Ontario. Water temperature always stays good, 179. It'll just stay there like a rock. Gearbox temperature, 142. You rarely see it go higher. And my under cowl temperatures, in case you're curious, are right around 100 degrees, so not bad.
Okay, normal speed southwest 5, thank you.
All right, let's put a little more gumption into it here since it seems to have smoothed out. Back up to, now we got a trimmer back out here. Yeah, the other thing I can show you here, turn the volume down here. We'll go to full pitch on the propeller, so 25 degrees. Now we're full pitch. Now we can go full throttle. So full throttle at full pitch is a little over 3,700 RPM. And we'll get her, wait till she gets done accelerating here. And on a hot day, we're doing 104, 105, somewhere in there. Still going up a bit. Yeah, so there you go, 106, 107, 3720.